Hello and welcome to Plan B, a podcast about all the latest news and updates related to citizenship by investment by CS Global Partners, a London headquartered legal government advisory and marketing firm. My name is Aisha Mohammed and I'm your host. In our last episode, we talked about how CBI is a win-win process where applicants and nations both benefit. If you haven't listened to it yet, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or iTunes to stay up to date with the latest in CBI. Though applicants for CBI come from around the globe, research shows that some of the biggest markets are in East Asia. In this week's episode, we're going to speak to Vicky Ma, the manager of the China marketing team at CS Global Partners' London office, about the Caribbean's long-standing relationship with Chinese investors thanks to CBI. Vicky has handled digital campaigns and website development, as well as worked closely with Chinese clients. Hi Vicky, welcome to Plan B. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you for joining our podcast today, Vicky. Let's get started. China, as many in the CBI industry know, has often been a front runner when it comes to attaining second citizenship. Why do you think that is?
As we know, not all the Caribbean CBI countries publish statistics on the region of their applicants, but it is clear that a significant percentage of their applications comes from China. And actually, China, Russia, and Middle East, I'm sure, are three main markets for immigration industry. So for your question, I think there are mainly three reasons. So first one is about market size. As it is known by the world that China's high net worth individuals are growing very fast recently. So according to a wealth report from last year, 2019, there were almost about 2 million high net worth individuals in China. So with such a huge potential in China market, it's one of the reasons for it to develop so fast. And the second reason is about the demands. So since there are potential and clients in the market, do they want to do CBI or do they have the demands? It's another question. So from what we can see in recent years, the Chinese high net worth individuals have more and more diversifying demands. So before, maybe they were very interesting education or lifestyles, so they choose residency programs. But now, since they are getting wealthier and they're more wealthy people, their demands are starting to turn into mobility. This mobility can facilitate their businesses, and second citizenship and CBI programs can actually give them this kind of advantages. And the last reason I would say it's because it's long history in immigration industry. China has been in immigration and has started immigration a very long time ago. And until now, it's been many, many years for this to be developed. So those reasons make China to be a front runner when people are talking about second citizenship and immigration.
When it comes to second citizenship, do you think the Chinese market is more interested in the Caribbean? What other regions or countries are Chinese investors also looking into?
Absolutely. China market and Chinese applicants are very interested in Caribbean. And we can see from the market that more immigration agents on the ground start to have Caribbean programs in their company and maybe as a very hot program to promote to their audiences. So for Chinese investors, there are a lot of advantages to get a second citizenship in Caribbean countries. Firstly, St. Kitts is very well known and very popular in China now. St. Kitts and Nevis is now as the platinum standard in immigration industry. It started from 1984. So for all the long histories and a lot of experiences the program has gave Chinese investors a lot of interest and trust to the program. Chinese investors attach a lot of importance and attention to the reliability and trust. So it's important for them to choose a stable and safe program. On top of that, Caribbean programs have been running very strict due diligence, which will grant the program security and also give confidence to the country to confirm that they are receiving the good quality applicants. So this is also another reason that the investors are considering about. And also, according to the CBI index published by Financial Times, Dominica, also another very popular CBI jurisdiction, Dominica is ranked as the top citizenship and investment program among all the different programs. So with all these credentials, the Caribbean programs have gained the trust of the Chinese investors.
Why does the Caribbean stand out for Chinese investors compared to maybe CBI or residency programs in countries in Europe like Portugal or Greece?
European programs like you mentioned, Portugal and Greece, these are residency programs which can give them the residency rights in these countries. And for Chinese investors, there are different demands for different programs. For example, for the residency programs, maybe they are looking for real estate investment, but it's probably not always the most popular options for them, as they want to get the return of the real estate. And maybe they are looking for lifestyle. They want to have a European lifestyle to enjoy the education outside of China. And for Caribbean, for CBI programs, it's a different demand. As I mentioned before, maybe manage their wealth better by having another citizenship. And CBI can have very clear requirements and straightforward application with a very low amount. Applicants can receive the principal in approval within 3 months. And also it's a lower risk for the investors. They can invest and transfer the fund after they are granted with the citizenship and with the principal in approval. And there's no residency requirement for that. Usually the residency programs are requesting the applicants to live longer and have a higher amount of investment. So another reason, citizenship is for life, and this can be given to their children and to be passed to their later generations who are born after the citizenship is received.
But in light of the COVID-19 pandemic that started out in China, was there a change in demand, and why was that?
Yes, I think so. Although it is still unclear what the long-term ramifications of the COVID-19 crisis may be, in the short term, we are seeing an increase in interest from China. And to be honest, as its global partners, we can clearly see the demands and inquiries from Chinese agents and also Chinese clients. And they start to inquire about Caribbean programs, and they start to know and learn about CBI industry and CBI programs. I think the reason for the change is more high net worth individuals and more Chinese clients start to realize that it is very important for them to get a plan B, which can help them to deal with all the crises and to cope with the uncertainty at this time being. At the same time, they want to seek for security. Second citizenship and CBI program is the perfect answer for Plan B. It can give them more choices and more opportunities to cope with the crisis and also to get more mobility and freedom.
In terms of CBI applications, are they available in Mandarin? If not, how are agents helping their clients ease the process?
Unfortunately, no. The forms are in English and they have to be completed in English. All the supporting documents must also be in English. So if the documents are not in English, they need to be translated and certified. So for Chinese clients, most Chinese agents will provide the help to translate and to certify the documents. The documents need to be notarized and certified through a notary public or a certificate lawyers.
What are some major concerns Chinese investors have when applying for CBI?
It's a very good question. Chinese applicants are allowed to hold dual citizenship under the laws of Caribbean jurisdictions they choose for CBI. However, China doesn't actually allow dual citizenship. This means that Chinese applicants face a difficult choice when deciding whether to obtain a second citizenship, at least with respect to their relationship with China. Also, there are sometimes concerns about passport use. This fear is unfounded as Caribbean passports are recognized globally as official travel documents, and there should be no issue when traveling using these passports.
Among all the CBI programs, which one is most popular in China?
Among all the CBI programs, I would say Caribbean programs are very popular now in China, such as St. Kitts, Dominica, and St. Lucia. As I introduced a bit earlier, St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship and Investment Program was established in 1984 as the first country to implement citizenship and investment, and it is recognized by the industry as the platinum standard. They also provide accelerated application process, which is known as AAP option. This can help the clients to get principal approval in 60 days. And in an interview with Les Kang, the CEO of Citizenship and Investment Unit, he even introduced that some of the clients can even get the approval within very short days, like 45 days. And for Dominica, Dominica was established in 1993, and it's also a very efficient and popular choice now in China market. And we can see the demands for Dominica program is growing very fast now. Clients can get the citizenship within 2 to 3 months. So it's very efficient. And also as the best citizenship and investment program ranked by Financial Times PWM magazine, it's also very affordable for most investors. It's the most affordable and cost-effective program, especially for single applicant who can get citizenship at 100,000 US dollars.
In terms of clients, do you observe any differences in Chinese client behaviours compared to clients from elsewhere?
Yes, it's interesting to see Chinese clients have different behaviors compared to other clients, as we know that the culture is very different, but there are some differences here. The first one is China is a very agent-based market, which means direct clients will go through agents to submit the applications, and they will go to the agents on the ground, which are intermediaries, including immigration intermediaries and also wider industry intermediaries like wealth managers and also advisors. So they will prefer to have a Chinese service than to have somebody in China or even in the same location to guide them and to help them to prepare all the documents and proceed the application. Another difference is Chinese investors are interested in real estate options or real estate investments a lot, because as we know, Chinese investors would love to invest something in return, and they think real estate and properties are the very stable investment for them. So most of them will choose real estate as their investment option. And another difference in how Chinese clients are aware of the programs is by word of mouth. Some of our clients, or I would say a lot of them, are referred by their friends or their relatives. So if they heard somebody else around them started to do immigration, they will just invest. So that's why we have so many clients who are friends of our previous clients.
Thank you so much, Vicky, for joining us today. We appreciate all your insight. Next week, we'll be back with another episode detailing the rising interest in CBI in Russia. If you have any questions about CBI or would like to find out more, please visit www.csglobalpartners.com. Thank you for listening and stay safe.